How's it going? Today we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. The products that I use and how I use them and actually see them in action. I mean, that to me is what beauty channels are for. It's just to kind of share. And I like the chit chat ones because, number one, I have to get ready every day, so I may as well, you know, chit chat with my friends while I'm doing it. And number two, I think it's probably the best way for people who are trying to learn to really be able to kind of watch and see what you're doing in real time. And three, I like the chit chat ones because, I mean, I like for us to talk about stuff that's going on. So, just to communicate with each other more. And that way, too, you guys can kind of really see what products, you know, I use sort of on a day-to-day basis, and we'll just kind of see how this goes. Tutorials and get ready to meet with me's and stuff generally do not get as many views as hauls, for example, or favorites videos. But, you know, honestly, they are the crux of what the beauty channels are about. And so I think I'm going to try to do more of these. So hopefully you guys like it. Today I wanted to use the Revlon Colorstay Not Just Nudes palette. I have number 2, which is Romantic Nudes. And there's the number 1 palette, I think is called Passionate Nudes. That one is a very traditional kind of browns palette. You know, neutrals and browns. There's mixtures of cool browns and warm browns in that palette. I have seen it. It's not necessarily that this is... I've heard people say this is the cool palette and that's the warm palette. I kind of disagree with that because there are warm shades in here like this, and these purples are not, you know, necessarily cool. But this one is more purpley and has a little more color. That one is more traditional browns. And I was attracted to that one as well, but, you know, I mean, I have tons of... My kind of go-to look is usually some kind of a brown look because it goes really well with my hair color and everything. And so I have tons and tons of shadows like that. And of course I have tons and tons of shadows like these too, but anyway, I just decided to go with this one. This one caught my eye first, and you know, I didn't want to get both of them. So this is what we are going to play around with today. And so I'm just going to get started, and I'm just going to get ready like I would any day and just kind of tell you what I'm doing. So I'm starting off with my Avon Magix Face Perfector. You know, this is like a primer. It has SPF 20 in it. You guys see there? That's better. There's a little bit of snow outside today, so everything's a lot brighter in the room today. So we'll see how that works out. But this is one, I'm not necessarily a primer fan, really, for myself. You know, I'm not particularly oily. I'm not really worried about pores, all that kind of thing. So I do like any product that has SPF in it. You know, I think that's important to protect our skin. But, you know, for me, a primer is kind of an extra step, I think, for me. But I have it, so I want to use it, so I'm using it. Then you guys know I'm trying to use up this green concealer. It's like a correcting concealer. This is just something I'm just trying to use up. This was a regular, you know, concealer on one side with the color corrector on the other. So I've had this for a long time. It was by Avon. It was called the Truly Flawless. Do you remember the Truly Flawless line? Concealer Duo, and this is the one in Deep. The concealer color was called Deep. So I'm just trying to use it up. I believe very much in using the things that you spend your money on. So I do, and I use them till they're gone. And so that's what you're seeing here. So let's chat about some stuff. First of all, did you guys see that David Bowie passed away? I just saw that this morning. It is Monday morning, by the way. And actually, I should also tell you, I don't have any place that I really need to go today except for, well, I babysit today, and I also have to go get new tires put on my car. But I don't have any place that's like work related that I have to go. So on days like that, I generally wear workout clothes, my hair's up in a ponytail because I'm going to work out. at some point during the day. You know, I work out most of the time on days where I don't have to be anywhere other than like maybe babysitting or running some errands, because that way I can kind of work out at whatever point I have available during the day, and it doesn't matter if I'm, you know, sweaty or red-faced or my hair is all mussed or whatever. And then I, you know, take another shower before I go to bed, just so I don't like to go to bed dirty. And I do wash my hair when I do that with a little bit of shampoo. I don't do a full scrub down, but I do kind of rinse a little shampoo through it because I don't like to lay my head, my sweaty head, on a nice clean pillowcase. It's gross. But anyway, so that's, you know, the hair is up and I've got on a big hoodie, and I mean, it's cold outside, so I don't know if I'm going to work out outside or inside or what I'm going to do yet. So I'm prepared for all of it. I have a t-shirt on underneath and, you know, sweatpants, so I can go with fewer layers if it's inside and more layers if it's outside, that kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, it's Monday morning, so this morning I saw that David Bowie passed away, which I found very surprising. I guess it was from cancer, and I feel like maybe I did see months ago or a year ago or some point ago that he kind of announced that he'd been diagnosed with cancer, but I'm not really sure now. So anyway, I was kind of surprised. I'm going to put on my Avon Ideal Flawless Invisible Coverage Liquid Foundation with SPF 15. I have the color Natural Beige. So I was kind of surprised by it. And his latest video just came out for, you know, a new album. And the first thing I thought was Jimmy Fallon is going to freak out. Because Jimmy Fallon has been making fun, you know, on The Tonight Show of the fact that, you know, Jimmy Fallon, I don't know if you watch The Tonight Show, but he does the thank you letters, and he does that thing where he, you know, writes and they start the music and whatever. And so David Bowie in the video does this thing where he's writing like that. And so Jimmy's been joking that, you know, David Bowie stole his signature move and all this stuff. And, you know, it's just been, I mean, today's Monday, so it's been like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that he's been talking about it, you know, towards the end of the week. So I just, the first thing I thought was, oh my gosh, you know, and I don't know what time, you know, they filmed that show probably earlier in the day, and so I thought, I wonder if he's going to talk about that tonight, or if they will be made aware of it, you know, in time for it to make the show tonight. But I bet if he doesn't talk about it tonight, he's going to talk about it tomorrow for sure, probably. So we'll see. But I checked his Twitter, and there wasn't anything mentioned on his Twitter account. But his Twitter account is mainly like a business account, and all they pretty much do on there is announce, these days, it didn't used to be that way, but these days, all they do is pretty much announce who's going to be on the show, and whenever they want you to participate in the hashtag stuff or send in videos or whatever, they put that on there. But he doesn't have his personal commentary on there as much as he used to. So anyway, I'm curious to see how that goes down. But sad about David Bowie, and I feel bad for Iman, and, you know, sad. People, I'm to the age now where people who really have an influence on my life or had, you know, are passing away, and it kind of freaks you out a little bit, you know. You realize, like, where you might be in life. I just use baby wipes to wipe my hands. These are the ones from the dollar store. I'm always amazed when I see people with their $4, $5, $6, $8 cleansing wipes, using them just to wipe off swatches or to, you know, wipe their hand off. It's like, go get a pack of $1 baby wipes from the Dollar Tree for that stuff, you know. So that's what I do. These are the Snoopy ones that they always have there, just to wipe the foundation off. Because normally I get ready in the in my bathroom in front of the sink. So this is kind of, and so I just wash my hands as I need to as I go. So, and this one I opened it too far. The reason it's in a baggie is because when I opened this one, I tore it too far over here, so I've been keeping it in a baggie just to keep them moist. And I've had these like this for quite some time, and it's working. So it's working to keep them moist. So anyway, yeah, the David Bowie thing is sad. And then, did you guys watch the Golden Globes last night? I was kind of bored out of my mind. I don't know what's happened with the Golden Globes, but aren't they supposed to be the fun award show? Like, they're supposed to be the fun and edgy one. And I think, I don't know. I like Ricky Gervais, and I think he's funny. I'm putting concealer on now. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer in Light. You know, I like Ricky Gervais, and I think he's funny, but, I don't know, everything was just kind of mean-spirited last night, and I don't think that's, very funny. And I don't know, I think the Golden Globes kind of went that route a handful of years ago because they were trying to get the younger generation, you know, into watching. And, you know, the younger generation was pretty mean-spirited at that time. But, quite frankly, I think everybody's tired of that. I think we're over it. We're tired of bullying. We're tired of, you know, people being mean on the internet or through social media and all that kind of stuff. And I think kids feel that way as well. So, I mean, I think they need to go back to being just regular old funny. And I don't think it needs to be mean-spirited. I think it needs to be a blast. Because, I mean, first of all, that's what the Golden Globes was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the one where they had fun. But, I don't know. It just wasn't funny. And Ricky Gervais is a funny guy, so... I mean, the most interesting thing, which was horrible, was the whole exchange between him and Mel Gibson. And, you know, he even threw an extra jab when he was closing the night out, when he said, you know, something about Mel Gibson and I both say shalom. And I know they bleeped it all out, but somebody online is gonna take the time to rewind it and play it over and over and read his lips and figure out exactly what they were saying to each other and, you know, put it out there. And I know that it was some kind of commentary on the stuff that Mel Gibson said when he was recorded. I don't know. You know, and I think it was a mistake to have Mel Gibson on there. I think Mel Gibson needs to go away until the point where he is actually sorry for his behavior. I mean, was his privacy violated? Yes, but was he, you know, a jerk and kind of deserves it? Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, yes. Next, I'm going to do some spot concealing with the concealer stick from Maybelline in Deep Beige. This is the Cover Stick Concealer. But, I mean, he clearly is not taking responsibility for anything that he did still, and I don't know, maybe is he still in court with his ex, or are they still battling it out? I don't know. So maybe he's not saying anything because he's still in the middle of that. But, I mean, you know, when Ricky said, let me ask you a question, and then they kind of bleeped out what he said because it was something about, I'm sure it was one of the Jewish slurs or, you know, that he said or whatever, some of the slurs. When Mel Gibson said, I don't know, ask the guy who said it, like, you know, he's still acting like it wasn't him that said it. Like, give me a freaking break. You know, you want to get your job back and you want people to take you seriously again and you want to revive your reputation, then you better... And maybe he's not admitting to it because maybe he still doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. So he's just... I don't know. But I personally think there's something wrong with it until he can own up to mistakes that he's made in life and say, you know what, that was stupid of me and, you know, and I really am sorry for it. And he can take responsibility and say, yes, that was me, and I'm apologizing for it, and I did apologize for it, and I really am sorry for it, and I don't feel that way, then I don't want to see him on any award shows and any interviews. I mean, he's done. In my mind, he's done. Next, I'm using a new Age Transforming Pressed Powder, and this is in Bare Beige. This is another product. I really, really like this product. It's been gone for years, but the color is really good for kind of covering up my redness. It just kind of evens, I mean, you can see when I put it on right away, it just kind of evens it out. I don't set anything. I've talked about that before. I don't really believe in setting products. If you have a product that doesn't work without being set, then it's not a good product. So I just, that's how I feel about that. But, yeah, so anyway, I don't know, the humor wasn't that funny to me. I thought that Jennifer Lawrence and Amy Schumer were the funniest, really pretty much the only funny thing about the show. Now, I missed the very beginning. I missed all of the intro because I was watching the last of a football game that was on. I'm going to do just a little cheek contouring and bronzing. This is the Avon Incredible Finish Loose Bronzing Powder in Suntan. You guys remember the Incredible Finish line? So I missed the beginning, so I don't know if that was funny or not funny or whatever. You know, the other funny thing, which was kind of mean, and I don't really know what to think about, but it still was mean, so it still was was inappropriate, but it did, I have to be honest, and did kind of make me chuckle, was when he said the part about, you know, the only person that Ben Affleck has been faithful to is Matt Damon, when he was introducing Matt Damon. And Matt Damon was like, didn't even know what to say after that. You know, that was still kind of mean. But at the same, and you know, I don't know if Ben Affleck cheated or not, but at the same time, if he did cheat, then I sort of feel like, well, yeah, that's, you know, if you do stuff in life that's not right, then you should expect people to have an opinion about it. So I sort of feel like if he did do it, then, well, it's kind of fair game, you know, to call him out for it. But, I mean, I don't know if he did or not. So, although I didn't hear Matt, I think him and Matt are good enough friends that I would think that if he didn't cheat and Matt knew that, Matt would probably defend him, don't you think? I don't really know. But, or maybe he's just the kind of guy that's like, hey, I stay out of it. But I don't know. His reaction led me to believe that, oh, maybe it's questionable. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. But the fashion, I was not, I don't know, there wasn't anything that really jumped out at me. I thought Jennifer Lopez looked really pretty, and I was thrilled to see that she was covered, like, from the neck down. Because I'm so happy that she is finally to the point where she can let her talent and her, I mean, she's very pretty. I always joke that when I get dressed up and get my makeup on and everything, I'm successfully average. I mean, when she gets, you know, she's average like all the rest of us without it, but, I mean, when she gets done up, you know, she is successfully above average. You know, she's very pretty. And I'm just glad that she now can let her talent and her, I don't know, just her beauty shine without having to show the body parts anymore. You know what I mean? She got famous on who she dated. I mean, let's be honest, because Selena, I know people love Selena, but, you know, the acting is questionable, and her singing is questionable. And sometimes her acting has been questionable. But, you know, she's a great performer, and she's, you know, very pretty, and for the most part, I like her, you know, personality. She seems to be a nice, kind person for the most part. Sometimes she acts a little, you know, or she has in the past tried to act like, you know, she's from the block kind of thing, but I don't know. So I was thrilled to see that she was, you know, really covered, and she looked really pretty. I think Jennifer Lawrence's dress was really interesting, that red dress. I mean, she looked, and I loved the necklace that she had on. But the cutouts, the way it was kind of cut out, but it sort of had, it was almost like a crop top over the rest, but it was cut out on the sides. So I don't know, it was interesting, so it was pretty. But there wasn't anybody that I was really like, you know, it really just jumped out at me like, whoa. There was, I don't know who the woman was that was sitting next to, who was she next to? She was sitting next to, oh shoot, what's his name? From the Titanic. What is it? Totally blanking. What is his name? In The Revenant. Why aren't you guys telling me? It'll come to me eventually. Anyway, she was sitting next to him, in between him and somebody else. She had, and I don't know who she was, she had these amazing earrings on. They kind of dropped, and they looked like they were maybe sort of triangular in shape, and they were red. It almost looked like a giant red ruby, and then it had diamonds or crystals or something kind of around the edge. It looked like maybe in a little bit of a star shape or something. You couldn't really tell. That were just glittery, and oh my gosh, I was drooling over those earrings the entire time. I want those. I want something that replicates those. They were so pretty, but they just came straight down. There was like almost like a bar. It looked like it came straight down that had the diamonds or the, you know, glittery crystals. And then they were kind of triangular shaped. What the freak is his name? Anyway, I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to go into this palette, and I'm just going to play around with it. So I actually, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eyeshadows. So I have these little slips of paper that I numbered and tore apart. And so I'm literally going to make a look at random. I love doing this. You guys have seen me do stuff like this before. It challenges me to kind of step out of my box or try new things all the time. So I'm just drawing numbers out of the little pile of them. So it looks like the first one is 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of this tan shade. So I'm going to go in with this flat eyeshadow brush. It's a Mark brush. And I'm going to start with that one. I'm going to put that one all over the lid. I didn't tell you about the primer that I found. This is the Mark medium to dark eye primer, and I can't think of what it's called, but and I can't read it on there anymore. Anyway, so I don't know. So I loved those earrings. Leonardo DiCaprio, couldn't get it out. She was sitting to the right of Leonardo DiCaprio, and I forget who was to her left. I think it was maybe a director or somebody, I can't remember now. But anyway, oh my gosh, those earrings were fabulous. This color is pretty much matching my natural eyeshadow, my natural skin color. So it's not really showing up that well. But sorry, excuse me, got the hiccups. I call them hiccups when you kind of hiccup, but then it's kind of a burp. So I think I'm going to take this one, I think I'm going to take it up past the crease as well for some dimension. Need to do a little eyebrow shaping. Maybe I'll do that tonight when I wash my face. That's usually when I do it, is at night. So, anyway, who did you think was dressed really, really pretty? I mean, I thought there were a lot of people whose dresses didn't fit them. Katy Perry's dress top didn't fit her. I don't know if she had chicken cutlets in there to try to, I mean, she's very large chested, so, I mean, she kind of, oh, it's the wrong color. So she, you know, she needs a legit bra. And so I don't know if she had like chicken cutlets in there to kind of hold her together, but it made her top was puckering on the side, and it was kind of weird. And Kate, what's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter. I'm having a brain fart with her too. Her top didn't fit her either. And I thought, she's usually, I mean, her fashion is usually pretty good. So that was a little surprising. Okay, so that was number 4. Let's see, let's draw another number. Number 10. So that is this last, there is a little brush in here. Maybe I'll use that. I don't know. That's this last little, this kind of purple shade here. So I guess I'll take that one through the crease. Maybe I'll use one of these brushes. This one is pretty soft. Let's see. It works okay. Try the other one. I mean, you could use it in a pinch. Yeah, they're alright. Okay, but I am actually going to use my normal in the crease, you know, eyeshadow brush, because, well, it just works perfectly for my eye shape, so. But yeah, and I thought they seemed really cramped in there. Did they have it I really wasn't paying attention to where they were, but they seemed like they didn't have, I mean, they were right up on the stage, and the stage was teeny tiny. Like they just didn't have any space to, I don't know. Are they cutting funding for the Golden Globes or something? I don't know. Anyway, it just was kind of not that interesting last night, so tell me what you guys thought about it. I think maybe the movies didn't excite me that much either for the most part this past year. I mean, I don't go see movies that often, really, anyway, but I think the Peanuts kind of got robbed. I mean, I know everybody loves Inside Out because it, you know, they related to the depressed storyline of that movie, but the Peanuts movie was amazeballs. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it because it is the perfect cartoon for kids. I mean, the whole thing about it is perfect for kids. And it had every element that you could possibly want as an adult who is looking for the traditional, you know, Peanuts stuff in it as well. I mean, it was just amazing. So, I don't know. Anyway. So, okay, so these shadows aren't super intense, but you definitely can build them up and work with them, I think. So, you know, I like them. I'm not like, oh man, this is the worst thing I've ever spent my money on. Or anything like that. Alright, so let's see. Let's take another number and see what happens. You'll also find out really quickly if eyeshadows just go muddy by doing this. Okay, number 3. So number 3 is this sort of silvery shade. Let's see. Right here. So, what do I want to do with that? Maybe I'll put that in the center. I will put that right in the center of my lid and give a little dimension. So, I think I'm going to use, I think I'll just use the same flat eyeshadow brush that I used for that tan color. And, let's see. See what happens. Let's pat this right here in the center. Give a little additional. Now this is not super silvery. It's almost kind of gray, more gray. Has a little bit of like a satiny. I started to look in this like this was a mirror, but this is not a mirror. I don't know. It's got a hint of a satiny finish, but nothing crazy. I don't know if I'll put any. I don't generally wear makeup on the lower lid anymore. I think it's just dated and makes you look older and, you know, runs down your face as the day goes by. So, I don't know if I will do any or not. We'll see. I think I'm going to put a little more of that tan just up here just to kind of blend the edges a little bit. Again, that's it. I have like one really dark eyebrow hair right there that's kind of showing up strangely. What's up with that? Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens if we draw another one. We're getting pretty close to. Sometimes too much is just too much. Okay, number 7. Okay, well that's not, 7's not bad. Number 7 is this, actually I should have just waited because number 7 is this, where is it? This peachy shade. So I think I will put that along the upper, along my brow line. And I'll just wipe this brush off in my hand and use it again. And we'll use this as a highlight. Oh, that's a nice highlight color actually. It's a little shine to it, but pretty, little frost to it. We're getting pretty close to the point where things are going to start to get muddy if we're not careful. So, let's see. We'll draw another one and decide if we should use it or not use it. Number 2, that is this really warm brown shade. I think maybe I will take that. Let me see. Swatch it and test the pigmentation on it. I'm debating on whether I should take that kind of up here to warm this up, or whether I should kind of test it out in the crease, because I'm undecided. I think I'll take it along the top a little bit. We shall see. I'm just going to keep using the same brush. I'm just going to dab the tip in. Just maybe run it along here. Just kind of warm this top bit up a little bit. And leave that purple kind of in the outer V, sort of as the crease color. Okay, I think that's probably enough shadows for one day. What do you think? I could probably keep going, but I think that's probably good. I don't think I'm going to put anything under the eye today. Put my little piece of paper back. Something else I wanted to tell you guys about, because I started using this Revlon Skin So Soft Winter Soft Body Cream in lieu of like a body lotion after I get out of the shower. And it's a really thick cream. You just get like a glop on your finger and, you know, run with it. I really am enjoying the smell of it. It's almost like, cat is meowing out there. It's almost like, it reminds me a little bit of Noxzema, but it's like a fruity scent, and it's not medicinal, and it's not super strong like Noxzema. It smells really good when you're putting it on, but it doesn't stay on the body. Like, it, you know, it's not a scent that lingers, so you can wear perfume or something with it. You can smell it just for a little bit, but, you know, I can't smell it anymore on my skin. And I just, you know, I took a shower before I came here, so, yeah. Anyway, really nice. Okay, let's see, eyeliner. I'm just going to go with my gray Specialized eyeliner pencil from Rimmel London. This is Hurricane Gray. And I think I need a mirror that's a little closer. Nothing fancy. I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I'm just going to go along the... Sorry, got a little piece of something sticking to me. It's going to go along the upper lash line here and going to smoke out along the lashes a little bit. I have laundry going. I have a load in the washer, a load of whites on cold. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. It's running. It's down in the basement, but you might still be able to hear it. Okay, then my eyebrows. Just going to use my normal brow powder. This is the Avon brow powder in Fawn. You can't get it anymore. And this flat. It's a flat eyeliner brush, but I use it. Works really well for my brows. So, just going to get in there. I just add a little... I have brush hairs all over me from my bronzing brush. I just add a little color, a little extra color to my brows. And I put the majority of the color here, and then I take what's left and drag it out. Because this is where you really want your brows to look the thickest. So I make them the darkest there, and then drag it out. And I keep the color kind of along the top of the brow so that the arch looks a little higher. Because my brows are, I mean, they're not straight across, but they're pretty close. So it just helps give me a little extra appearance of an arch that isn't necessarily there. Okay, and then I'm going to brush that through with my little spoolie and just get my brows in place. Okay. Then I am going to put on my mascara, and I'm using the Avon Super Drama mascara in brown black. I'm going to use my little mirror for this too. And I don't put mascara on the bottom lashes anymore either. Because it just runs, you know, just smudges down my face. Even my top lashes, my lashes are so long, I also don't curl them for everyday wear anymore either. That's just kind of a lazy thing. My top lashes are so long, I still manage to get some mascara down here sometimes as the day wears, because they just touch. They just reach that skin for whatever reason, and makeup tends to wear off there, but it's okay. But if I do makeup underneath, it definitely runs, for sure. And I just think this is it's younger, makes you look younger, makes your eyes look whiter and brighter and less tired. So it's just something I've done for many years now. You know, when I was younger and I wanted to look older, I definitely did makeup along the lower lash line, because it does age you. It makes you look older. So when I was 14 and wanted to look 24, it was perfect, right? But, you know, when you hit 24 and you're like, yeah, maybe I don't want to look 34, then you start to kind of change your mind about how you apply your makeup. So, and you can put, I don't like when people line the waterline at all, because it does close your eyes down, and I know they're going for that smoky thing, but makes your eyes look smaller. So generally, if I were going to do it anyway, I would do it, I don't do the waterline, I would do it under the lashes. And I would probably not do the whole way across, sometimes I do, but generally do the outer half or outer third, or outer 2/3, because that helps to open the eyes up and make them look bigger, and also helps to pull the eyes up so you get that sort of cat eye shape we're always trying to accomplish. This mascara is getting close to being done. It's, you know, I still have quite a bit of use, you know, quite a few uses in it, but it's starting to dry out just a little bit, where I'm not getting quite as much on the lashes as I used to, but I'll just keep on keeping on with it until it's gone. Okay, blush. I'm using this Mary Kay blush. I can't even remember what the color is, but it's like a rosy mauve-y pink. You know, I just have a little bit left over here, but that will last for a very long time. This is back when Mary Kay actually gave you makeup for your money. Now they just give you this little spot of, you know, like a little tester amount for the same amount of money that they, you know, actually more money than what you would have paid for this whole thing that's that big. No thanks, Mary Kay. Can't support that. You're not Dior. I don't support Dior with that really either. Or any of the other ones that do really small pans. Chanel. This is a blush I've been using for many, many years, using up. Okay, then I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to use my Hard Candy Blush Crush Baked Blush in number 127 Honeymoon. And this is an e.l.f. professional bronzing brush here, the like angled one, flat angled one, and I just take it and I just run it there, mostly here, but I do give a little swipe there, just for something to do with the excess. And then the other cheek, and I do a swipe down the middle of my nose, and then I use the excess right through here. You can see it really, this is the difference between a highlighter that looks like, yeah, you put something on to give dimension and you can see that it's makeup. This is like, oh, her skin is just amazingly healthy. Like, this is a natural highlight that just makes your skin look like it's amazing, even if it's not. Brush this stuff off. Okay, and then my lips, I am just going to use, where is it? I had to check for a second. I thought I didn't hit the record button. I'm just going to use this Avon lipstick. The color is Glossy Spice. These were called Glass Reflections. I forget which line they fell under. Anyway, so it's like a bronzy color, but there are glitters in it. But the glitters don't really translate on the lips. And I'm just going to go straight in with it. No liner or anything. I do have some lip balm on because when I put my face creams on and after I get out of the shower, I start off with a little bit of lip balm for moisture. I have the worst lipstick face. But I have fairly big lips, so it takes a lot of work to make them fully available and stretched out to get the product on. And my only visible scar, well, I have some other visible scars, but the one I think is the most visible scar I have is here from chickenpox. Alright, so that's it for today. I'm going to wash my, I always wipe this off with the wipe every day. This is the one that I use the green color correcting concealer with. I always wipe that off every day so that doesn't dry up into balls so I can use it again tomorrow, but I'm actually going to wash this one today, and I'm going to wash the flat one that I used today. I usually wash one brush a day so that by the end of the week I've washed all of my brushes at least once, and then I wipe the other ones off. So anyway, that's kind of how there's nothing I hate more than trying to find, an hour's time to go through and wash a gazillion brushes all at one time. So I just do one a day. It's like I'm going to wash my hands to get the extra makeup off anyway, so I'm just going to wash the brush while I wash my hands. It's that easy. So, I like the look. Here, let me zoom in. See, I should have zoomed in and let you guys see up close what I was doing, but I know, I think that's kind of whiting out a little bit, but you can still get the idea of how it looks. I think it's pretty. What do you think? It's not the most pigmented eyeshadows I've ever seen, but I was excited when I saw this because Revlon doesn't normally do eyeshadow palettes like this. They have quads and things, but they don't normally do like large packaged eyeshadow palettes. So I was really excited that they were kind of delving into that. So, it's pretty. I mean, I ended up with a pretty look. I'm happy with it. You guys tell me what you think. So, if you have this palette, you could replicate this look if you want to. If you don't have this palette, you can probably go through your eyeshadows and find similar shadows and replicate the look that way if you wanted to. Or maybe you want to go out and get the palette. Now, I found this at Ulta, but I think they're selling them at other places as well. So, anyway, let me know what you think, and I'm going to try to do these more often, just because I have to get ready anyway. So, may as well do it with you guys and kind of show you what I'm doing and what I'm thinking when I do it, and maybe we can talk about some other stuff, like the Golden Globes. Alright, so thanks for watching, and give me your feedback on what you think about this. I mean, I hope you like it, but if people hate it, maybe I won't do them, but I do what I want anyway, so I probably would still if I feel like doing it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful in some way, and maybe you got a little bit out of it, or a little tip or trick, or got interested in some products you don't already have, or maybe you do have, and you're now have a new idea of how to use it. And I will see you guys next time. Also, I did already film my Christmas haul. Since then, though, I've gotten a couple extra items. I don't know whether I still need to edit it and post it, so I don't know whether that'll go up before this or after this now. I think I might try to post this today. But anyway, we'll see. So I have 2 more items in a haul. I might just end up showing them to you guys and get ready with me and just post the haul that I've already got. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah. But anyway, watch for the Christmas haul because that is coming. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Have a good day.